hope she did not trip during any time on this carpet because Lord, I don't know who was gonna save her ankles. That's all I'm going to say. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl JD here, back with another video. So today we are going to be talking about the Met Gala that just passed not too long ago. I hope at this point that I'm posting this. As of right now, it has been a couple of days. But, okay, we're not going to talk about how long it took me to post this or film it, okay? But we're finally getting around to doing it. So we're going to be talking about the Met Gala 2023, all the celebrity outfits and looks. And some of my favorites, some of the ones that were just okay, and of course some of the ones that were just kind of like, why? There's always those three categories, always, okay, without a doubt. But let's hop right into it. I'm just looking at page 6, their website. I'm just gonna kind of go through their list, okay? I feel like that's going to be the easiest. So first we have Patrick and Brittany Mahomes. So him and his wife, they are wearing Boss. So Hugo Boss, I'm guessing. And I mean, it's okay. It's nothing crazy, you know what I mean? I don't even know what was the theme, because you know the Met Gala always loves their themes. So their theme was honoring, okay, so they were just doing it in honor of Carl, okay? Who is Carl? Carl who? Okay, now I know who the Carl person is. Karl Lagerfeld. I'm botching it. He was born in 1933, died in 2019. It says he was a German fashion designer. Lagerfeld began his career in fashion in the 1950s, working for several top fashion houses including Balmain, Patou, and Chloe before joining Chanel in 1983. He passed away February 19th, 2019. Interesting. So yeah, in honor of Karl Lagerfeld, okay, that was the theme for the Met Gala this year. Yara Shahidi, she's wearing Jean Paul Gaultier. I like this. I really like it. She actually reminds me of, for some strange reason here, Angela Bassett. Y'all let me know, but she looks like a young Angela Bassett. I don't know. I mean, Angela Bassett still looks really young, to be honest, to be her age. Gotta be real, she does not look her age. I think she does kind of remind me of Angela. But this is nice. This is nice. I have yet to see something that Yara has worn that I haven't liked. I'm just going to be honest. Every red carpet, she kind of reminds me of Zendaya. Like Zendaya, the last couple of years, I have not seen an outfit that I've disliked, like at all. It's kind of similar to Yara. But let's move on. We have Trevor Noah. This looks pretty simple. You know, it looks like a sequin blazer. This was Thom Browne. Russell Westbrook, he's wearing Bode. I'm not sure who that is. Never heard of that designer. But honestly, Russell, he kind of is known to wear kind of some interesting patterns and things here and there. He likes to occasionally wear skirts. So it's kind of weird that he's not wearing a skirt on this red carpet. But he's kind of known for having some really experimental fashion. Pusha T, he's wearing Thom Browne as well. I actually really like this. I think it's really unique, but it still looks like something that he probably chose. You know what I mean? Like he was okay with wearing it and it wasn't just a designer or a stylist just throwing something on him. Brian Tyree Henry, I believe he's from Atlanta. He was Paperboy in Atlanta. He's wearing Karl Lagerfeld. So okay, definitely a interesting piece there. Very dramatic, but I like what they did with the pros and stuff. It looks like lace. I'm not entirely sure where or if you would wear this anywhere else besides the Met Gala, really, but it's interesting. It's interesting to look at. Michelle Yeoh wearing Karl Lagerfeld as well. So he seems to really like black and whites, maybe? Y'all let me know. Seems as though people are wearing a lot of black and white, so I guess maybe that's his thing. Ooh, Halle Bailey. Halle, I thought was probably easily one of the best dressed. I definitely remember her. I don't even have to look at this picture. Like, I know. It was amazing. I really loved it. I loved her hair. Everything about this was gorgeous to me. She was wearing Gucci here. And, oh, took my breath away, honey. Took my breath away. Sienna Miller, she's also wearing a Gucci. It's interesting. I mean, I like the texture, but I thought maybe she could have done a little bit more here. Julia Garner, she was actually in Ozark over on Netflix. I think her character ended up getting shot. It was an interesting ending, but she's also wearing Gucci. Very dramatic, but very simple and very streamlined. Diddy, oh Diddy. Diddy's wearing Sean John. I like how he has this kind of like matador thing going on. That seems to be the going style here. And then Young Miami, I think it actually came with him. She also had a second style, but I'm not sure the designer of that one. But if I could find it, I'll put it on the screen. But this first one is act number 1. The designer anyway. I thought it was very interesting. I remember someone wearing something kind of similar to this like dramatic thing going on, but it might not have been the same color or the same texture, but it had the same structure, you know what I mean? But I like this. I think this might have been her first Met Gala. Rihanna and A$AP Rocky. So we have Rihanna wearing Valentino and A$AP wearing Gucci. So if I'm gonna be honest, right, because there was a video clip of her kind of taking off this hooded thing. It was kind of like a jacket with a hood, sort of. So when she took it off, it was just kind of like this plain white dress. So it was a little boring once you take away the flower jacket thing. It wasn't really much to look at. Yes, there was a really dramatic, really long train, but besides that, it didn't really seem like it had much going on. It was really simple. And then A$AP, he looked like he was wearing some type of kilt with a suit. I was like, okay. And then he had jeans on. There was a lot going on here. So it was the complete opposite, I feel, of Rihanna's look, which was a little more streamlined. It seemed like A$AP was a little bit more all over the place, you know, just in my opinion. Ooh, we have Ashley Graham. She is wearing Harris Reed. I thought this is really cute. I like this. This is the first like color that I've seen. I've just been seeing a lot of black and white and then also silver here and there. So I haven't really seen much color. So I like how she kind of has like a muted pinkish, very light color, but it's there, you know what I mean? And it still has this like Breakfast at Tiffany's type of Marilyn Monroe Hollywood glam, you know what I mean? Just a lot of that going on. So I really like this. Not usually a fan of really odd shapes on dresses, but every now and again, there are some pieces that I really like, and this is one of them. Jenna Ortega, she is wearing Thom Browne as well. Thom Browne had a lot of pieces this year, wow. So very matador-ish, but she also looks as though she's wearing kind of like an Oxford-inspired pump, platform pump. I don't know what to call it, but it's cute. I like it. It seems very her, considering obviously she played Wednesday in Wednesday, the show on Netflix. Definitely check that out. I'll link my review of that first season here, but it got renewed for the second season. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm really happy for her to have this moment though, because she deserves it. Ashley Park, she is from two things that I've already talked about. I'm not sure when I'm going to be putting out the second one, but I've definitely already released my Emily in Paris review. Y'all can check that out here as well. But she was playing Emily's best friend, and then also she is in the newest show over on Netflix called Beef. I just filmed, like just filmed my reaction and review of that show. She was in that as well. So she's been working, honey. She's wearing Michael Kors hair, and it's nice. It has like a nice like punk meets elegant type of look to it. I think maybe there could have been a little bit more going on. Maybe like a cutout or something. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's covering basically all of her. It's just a lot of fabric, it seems. You know what I mean? So it just seems like a bit overkill to me in my mind. Of course, we have Jared Leto. I don't know what the heck was going here. He was wearing a toupee. How do you pronounce that? Toupee costume? Choupette? I don't know. It looks like a pet, but I don't know what was going on here. I think Jared just likes to have fun. Like if we look at his past Met Gala like costumes and fashions, I would say yes. He likes to play around a lot. And next, of course, we have Lily Collins, and she looks as though she took a little bit more of a literal approach to the whole Carl thing. She literally has his name on the dress. It says Carl, and this was designed by Vera Wang. So black and white again. I really like when she does wear kind of like the sophisticated, elegant old Hollywood slick back type of hairstyles, because she has done a few renditions of that. I really like how that looks on her. Then we have Cara Delevingne, who is wearing Karl Lagerfeld as well. I like this look. I really like the hair too. It actually came out really nice. Whoever styled this did a good job. I think if she had worn any other style on her head, it might not have had the same effect. So I really like this. And next we have Serena Williams, who is wearing Gucci. And we actually found out after, you know, she came on this carpet that she was expecting her second child with her husband. And I was like, all right, congratulations, sis. I have to be honest though, I'm not really a fan of this look. Okay, I know I just was like happy and ecstatic about the whole, you know, pregnancy thing, but we gotta talk about the fashion. That's the whole point of this video. I'm not really a fan of this dress. I think if you're gonna do something like this, to do so many accessories, I mean, obviously there wasn't that many accessories, but I just feel like a layered pearl, like a bunch of layers of pearls just seems like too much. I don't know, maybe I wouldn't even worn, I don't know. It's not giving for me, but I do want to say congratulations again to Serena. But I'm sorry, I do not like this dress, sis. I'm sorry. Priyanka Chopra and Nick Jonas, also congratulations to them. I don't think I ever said it, but I think she actually might be like going on 1 now, but they have a daughter. She got delivered via surrogates, and I want to say congratulations to them on that. It looks as though they're both wearing Valentino hair. And Nick looked like he played it really safe. It was a little boring to me, but I would say that Priyanka's own was also kind of boring. If I'm going to be real, like they were both really boring. It looks as though her jacket or cape or whatever it was that she has, you know, kind of down here in the photo, it looks as though it could have been really interesting, but you could barely see it at this angle. So it is a little boring to me. Mindy Kaling, she's wearing Simkai. I don't know how to pronounce that. I love structural things when they look like they fit the shape of the person. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't seem so abstract that it's like crazy. You know what I mean? It just doesn't do anything for her shape or body, but here it really works. And it's very simple, but very, very nice. Very well done. Jack Harlow, I mean, again, kind of boring. I feel like with men's fashion, they tend to either go all out or it's pretty boring. I feel like it's hardly ever a happy medium of it's something that they're both really comfortable in and also is fashion forward. I think the only one where I saw where it was like, ooh, this looks really nice and it looks like something that they would actually choose for themselves is maybe Brian from Atlanta, and then also Pusha T. Letitia Wright from Black Panther. She's wearing Prada hair, and it's very structured suit. And I love the top. I love that little bling aspect because without it, it would just be a boring black suit. Okay, so I love that touch. However, I do think instead of the collar, maybe they could have done kind of like that inner kind of breasted piece. I don't know what it's called exactly, but that piece kind of crossing over. I think maybe they could have done that part as well, or maybe just that part. I don't know, but it just seems like it needs something else, but it's just kind of like a mid for me. Janelle Monáe, and this was definitely one of the other ones where I was like, ooh, this is cool, I like this. She's wearing Thom Browne as well, and obviously again it goes with the black and white theme, but I love how whimsical it is even though it's in black and white. Like you could tell by the structure, the shape. Obviously Janelle with her facial expressions, the accessories, the cat, it looks like, purse, everything looked cool. And then also I think when she actually got further down the carpet, she kind of took off the top part and it kept like this hoop skirt. So it was a little bit more deconstructed. And I love that too. I thought it was really nice. I really love that. That was one of my favorites. And another one of my favorites was Thames. Thames is wearing Robert Woon. Y'all let me know how to pronounce his name again. One or Woon? Woon? One? I don't know. But look at how gorgeous she looks. Oh my god, I can't get over it. It is so freaking gorgeous. Her skin tone, everything. The makeup, it wasn't too much, but a nice bold reddish burgundy lip. You could tell they used a nice lip liner. Oh, just look at her. I didn't too much like her second outfit, but this one, oh my god. I think that second one was for like an after party or something, but oh my god, this was gorgeous. This is how you do your first Met Gala. This is how you do it. Thank you, Thames, for giving us an example, okay? Cardi B, I think this was one of two outfits. I think the other one was like a pink color or something like that. But this one, I thought she looked like a cake topper. I'm not even gonna lie. The hair was kind of giving Barbie. She definitely looked like a cake topper to me. So it was cute, but I wondered how heavy it was. In reality, what did it take to actually move in that thing is what I'm curious about. Jeremy Pope, he's wearing Balmain. This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. Again, this is another literal interpretation because that's Karl Lagerfeld's face, okay? But it's nice. It's really well done, very well executed. I think if you could just find like a nice streamlined, sophisticated, classic look and shape and just kind of make it a little bit more dramatized, like a long train, something like this, it really works. It really works. Next, we have Jennifer Lopez. She's wearing Ralph Lauren. I like this, however, I do feel like I've seen so much of JLo over the years that I feel like she's worn everything. So I feel like I've seen this before. This kind of reminds me of the Ashley Graham look, the rose pink and black type of thing going on. But I do like the accessories. I think she still looks nice though. I wouldn't say that I was blown away by this look, but it's nice. It's nice. It kind of falls into the it's okay. One of my other favorites was definitely Teyana Taylor. I feel like she could do no wrong in my mind when it comes to fashion. Y'all let me know if y'all agree with me on that one. But Teyana showed up in Thom Browne, and I feel like Thom Browne is suddenly becoming my newest favorite designer because I really like the majority of his stuff on this Met Gala. This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. This is how you do hip cutouts, okay? Mary J. Blige. It's like, I'm sorry, but what she wore, I think that was to the Grammys earlier this year, the Grammys. Mary showed up in, I can't even remember the designer's name, but she showed up in like this dress that had these cutouts. And it didn't look right. It did not look right. I'm sorry, but this is how you do it, hun. This is how you do it. I love me some Mary, but that was not right. I don't know why they did that to her. But this was so nice. It was like on the verge of being kind of simple and too covered up for a second, but with the cutouts, it gives it life. Got Olivia Rodrigo. She's wearing Thom Browne as well, and this is beautiful. Again, on the verge of being simple, but it's not. The attention to detail is magnificent, but I really love this. I love her hair. I feel like they probably could have put something on her neck, but I understand why they chose not to, but it's really nice. Viola Davis, I have to be honest. Actually, let me tell you what she was wearing first. She's wearing Valentino Haute Couture. So I have to be honest, she looks like a flamingo. She looks like a flamingo, and I usually really love Viola's, like the way she dresses. Usually her stylist hit the nail right on the head, but I don't know what was going on here. I feel like if you're gonna do color, it has to be something that doesn't make you look like a flamingo. The feathers coming out in the front, it just, again, she looks like a bird, and I didn't like it. And I'm like, why did you do that to Auntie Viola? Moving on, speaking of Mary J. Blige, she was wearing Burberry. I felt like it was like on the cusp of being just too much, but it just barely works for me. It could be too much, but it's like on the cusp. Very cusp. Kendall Jenner, she's wearing Marc Jacobs. This I feel was on the verge of being boring, but it had just enough to not be. So it was like, I kind of like this. Mainly because of the sleeves. If it didn't have the sleeves, I feel like it would just be obviously just a leotard with some sequins. I love the accessories. I love the elongation of her legs. She already is very tall, but she's wearing these platform boots. I hope she did not trip during any time on this carpet because Lord, I don't know who was gonna save her ankles. That's all I'm going to say. Paris Hilton, she was wearing Marc Jacobs as well. All black. However, I felt like she could have probably did maybe a different color on the shoes or something, like the accessories. It just felt a little too dark and a little too heavy, considering that I think the bottom half was leather. So it just looked a little bit too heavy with all the black and the texture. And we have Kerry Washington wearing Michael Kors. She looked like a little mermaid. The sequencing on the lace, it definitely kind of reminds me of Hallie's look. I think, yeah, it definitely dictates Carrie's like style. It's like on the verge of simple, but you know, I like to play around with things, you know what I mean? Like, I like that on her. It's not doing too much. So I really like the cutouts because I felt like if she hadn't had a little bit more skin showing, it would have been too covered up and again, too heavy. Lastly, we're gonna talk about Lil Nas X, who showed up in some boots. It looked like a bikini bottom. That was about it, and a bunch of crystals and some things all over his body. Let's talk about it because this was very interesting. This was probably the highlight of the night, if we're going to be real, because it was so out there. It was like, what is happening? So it says the Old Town Road rapper stopped the red carpet as one of the 23 Met Gala attendees, along with Doja Cat and Jared Leto, to pay tribute to one of the most famous felines in the fashion industry Monday night. In honor, oh yeah, Doja Cat! Doja Cat showed up as a cat. I'll put the designer of her piece as well on the screen. But I thought her look was okay. You know, I think obviously they were relying too heavily on the effects makeup, really, for the look to come across. So I think that's probably obviously what they were mainly going for, is to show that off rather than the fashion itself. So they went for a simpler dress look. So it says the Grammy winner teamed up with the makeup artist Pat McGrath. Okay. And her team and stylist Nicola Formichetti arrived as Lagerfeld's notable pet champion Chopet, anyway, decked out from head to toe in crystals, thousands to be exact, McGrath told Vogue. He even got out his claws wearing long silver and gemstone nails done by Tamika Jackson and towered over the crowd in platform boots. Yeah, so this was really interesting. It's very wild. Again, you know, he's pretty much naked. The only thing he's wearing is crystals, some boots, and a bathing suit of some sort. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's pretty, but it's just kind of like, wow, that's very bold of you. But the looks were so different. I don't know how in the world they managed in between to take off all those crystals when it took 9 hours to even put on. It kind of reminds me of Doja Cat's look at that fashion show. I did a whole video on that. Y'all can check it out here. But yeah, like, insane. The amount of work that goes into these things. And the fact that Doja Cat, she only did her upper body, like her neck and face. She didn't do her entire body because the rest of it was covered up with clothes and shoes and gloves and stuff. But with Nas, he did basically his whole body. Wild. But y'all, let me know your thoughts on all these looks down in the comments. If I missed out anything that you liked or maybe really didn't like, let me know in the comments as well. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.